present administration, headed by Minister Wike, gave just one family, husband, wife, and children, are the people in that company. Gave one family 508 hectares of land in Usman here. No be Bagalada, no be Kujeo, Usman. 508 hectares of land. Many Abuja people, residents, have applied for land over some 20 years ago, some 15 years ago, just a plot, just 800 square meter to build their home. They are still on waiting list. But Wike-led leader in Abuja, they gave out last month, they gave one person, one company, 508 hectares. It's like you giving the whole Wuse to one family, to one company. It is not for mass housing. No. I keep telling you, mass housing doesn't require right of vote. It is letter of intent. My brother, does it make sense to you and I? If they share that land, over 100,000 people will be smiling home for Christmas right now. It is time for our leaders to start having conscience. What is bad is bad.
So that we could see very, 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 very quickly that, oh dear. Okay, yeah, there we go. That's General Saham. That's General Saham. Yeah, okay. So that's him. Yes. And then just for a better context, where in name did for in badge, so that when I go see, I'm not saying him indeed we talk about, and that's General Saham. That's him here. So now it don't come out can they explain on why EBC, the River State Governor, no like him. At the time, he be the General Officer Commanding GOC 6th Division, Nigerian Army, Major General Jamil Sarham, name. He claimed that River State Governor Nyesom Wike declared war against him for rejecting that is Wike's billions of naira bribe. You understand, sir? See, offer and bribe. Saham, who is the also the component commander of Operation Delta Safe at that time, or who was, said the governor offered him billions of naira to compromise the February 23 and March 9, 2019 general elections in River State. Now, if you remember very well, that 2019 election in River State, Wike was this close at losing the election. Where if they say a particular guy, don't forget that guy, every time I forget his name and him party name, from one unknown party, almost as in begin call results, the guy don't almost win Wike finish. All the local government said and called the guy the win Wike, the win Wike. The guy was from nowhere because at that time, Wike ensured that the APC did not flag any candidates, right? Because they were having internal issues. And Wike capitalized on that, hoping that since APC no go flag candidates, him now, nothing will make a no return. So unknown to him, or I perhaps took him unawares, that the entire APC structure, led by Amechi at that time, threw their weight behind this supposedly unknown person. Anything but Wike. And the man was already winning. Then an order came from Abuja that they should suspend the results. They should suspend, the announcement of results at that time. And that time people gossip on the carry and say it be like say na Oga Presido Tinubu that time as the leader of the APC. Nine call Mahmoud Yakubu that time. Because Mahmoud Yakubu was still the person in charge of that election at that time. So the order came from Abuja at that time. It was after they stopped announcing the result and started again and all that Wike won that election. So now the General Saham don't come out with a can of worm. Or he released a can of worm at that time. How Wike offered him billions of naira in bribe to compromise the 2019 governorship election in the state in his favor. Wike, now the minister of the FCT capital, recently revealed in an interview with Channel Television, Politics Today with Seun Okinbaloye, that a top army officer once ordered him to be shot while he was governor. He explained that during his tenure, General Saham directed the colonel to shoot him. According to him, Wike, the colonel refused to obey the order, and as a result, General Saham detained the officer for 6 months. Now, Wike, of course, you don't hear what's in it talk inside that. Now, denying the allegation, Saham, Wike's resentment against me is based on my choice of professionalism and integrity over the billions of naira offered me by River State Governor to compromise the 2019 general election. Now, what's in it talk? Now, quoting him further, he said, my refusal to be bought over and the rejection of the hefty offer is the genesis of Wike's hatred and vociferous criticisms of me. So the fact ain't no agreement and buyer, that be the problem. Now, on the mischievous accusations against General Sarham, Major General Sarham of leaking proceedings of State Security Council meetings to criminals in River State, Mr. Wike knows well that Major General Sarham is not a member of the River State Security Council. Neither is he or has he ever approached the gates of River State Government House since his assumption of office at that time as the GOC, 6th Division. Now, Mr. Wike came face to face with General Sarham, I think on 15th of January 2019, during the 2019 Armed Forces Remembrance Day at Iziboro Park, Port Harcourt. In Nigeria, so the Nigerian Army wishes to challenge Wike to provide the public with any evidence of such meetings when incident with, where that kind of thing happen. That within Army they talk. With any meeting with General Sarham in attendance, please, you should provide it. Wike's allegations against Sarham is alleged selfish involvement in illegal oil bunkering is another reckless, spurious, and mischievous accusations. They responded. Hence, headquarters of the division wishes to request the Rivers governor to take the most civilized way of putting up a petition at the relevant authorities to make his point. Now, so then talk. Make you begin to respond to the question, sir. I say, make I start with this one.
Well, I'll tell you this for free. Nobody in Nigeria takes Wike serious anymore. He has lost every.
Are you serious, sir? Why?
He has lost every atom of integrity. He has lost every atom of respect. And so people just listen and they want to laugh. To me, Wike has become a content creator. So, and that is the way a lot of Nigerians see him. There's nothing, a man who each time he's organizing these interviews, you'll see a man who looks drunk, he always looks drunk. So what he's saying doesn't make sense. It doesn't add anything. It doesn't show you that Wike is a man you can rely. Also, don't forget that Wike has always been known to speak from two sides of the mouth. He behaves like a typical dog that goes back to his vomit. If you go to the internet, you go to YouTube, you'll see the interviews Wike granted just before the 2023 elections. You'll see the way he spoke, the things he said, and to the fact that I think in one of those interviews he says he can never work for APC. You see, this is all new analogy of always saying, I am not supporting APC, I am supporting Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He thinks he's talking to babies.
But even sorry, sir, but even Tinubu himself, he even insulted during that time because he said, "How can somebody come out and say he wants to begin with where Buhari?"
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying now.
Continue with failure.
So he tells you, "I'm not supporting APC," but you forget that Nigerian politics, you don't have an office, but at the party provides a platform for you. So if you're supporting somebody who belongs to APC, automatically you are part of that organization. So it is the likes of Wike, his utterances, and his general body language that made the court in Canada to call APC and PDP a terrorist organization. Because those who are in this party, they do not believe in the sanctity of the Nigerian people. They do not believe that power lies with the people. They believe that power lies with them. And that mentality of grab it, snatch it, and run is a very serious problem. So I don't take Wike serious for anything. And there's nothing Wike has said that makes sense. He says one thing today. If Wike tells you that he will not go to River State by road, even for 48 hours, if there's need for him to go to River State, he will still go by road.
All right. Yeah, I think somebody helped me already with that guy's name. Yeah, the person I was talking about. The name of the person that almost won Wike. The person named Bioko because I remember at the Oga Bioko Mabo Awara. Yeah, Awara give Wike. He was winning. So even when the full results were eventually released, he won. I think he came second with 173,859 votes. After they stopped collating, they stopped announcing, and with that order from Abuja. Well, I just thought to bring this up, but
the stopping of announcing election results in Nigeria has always ensured that one, the incumbent wins. Two, that the person who is not supported by wins. As you and I are talking today, INEC, the body that organizes election in Nigeria, has not been able to explain to Nigerians the hitch that happened in the 2023 election. So we're used to a system where you have professors, so to say, who are meant to be models. They're the ones who conduct elections. They're the ones who rig the elections. And now the same professors are complaining that they are earning less than those they are put into office. Is that not an irony? So you know you are better than them. You know you should earn better than them. But you will support them. You bring them into office. And then you begin to disturb our ears that you want to go on strike. See, professors are the problem of our political journey in this country.
All right, sir. Okay, but then if truly this allegation are true, saying offer billions of naira in bribery, and concerning the allegations they're on top of your head concerning the one we be saying buy properties for US, so you don't really give any clear answers to. You just talk saying wife a US citizen, in children a US citizen. Being a US citizen does not equate to the fact that you bought properties and you paid in cash with those kind of money, we're worth millions of dollars. So if these things are not true, what do they really mean, really? Especially as person will be one of the strongest persons or front runners for inside President Bola Tinubu administration. At a time when Nigerians, they're very hungry, when Nigerians, they lament for the hardship with the administration, because what does it really mean?
Well, you know that the presidency have told you that they have ended the era of corruption in Nigeria. And you also know the position of Sowore on this. You also know the position of a lot of other Nigerians on this. So what it means is that we're in a country where because the so-called leaders read their way into office, because the so-called leaders are not the choice of people, because the so-called leaders do not believe in the sovereignty of the people, so it becomes difficult for the same people to ask them to be accountable. So when you hear a Wike tell you, oh, my wife is an American citizen, my children are American citizens, please, precious, end the citizenship of property on people. So is Wike talking to, does he think that Nigerians are foolish or stupid? So if you tell us that your wife is an American citizen, then it means that because she's an American citizen, they have given her a house for free. So, I mean, everybody knows that the political class are highly, highly corrupt. And the unfortunate thing is that they steal the money in this country and they take it abroad. They don't even invest it in this country. And that is how wicked a lot of them are. Very wicked, selfish, and callous individuals. So it's not an issue of whether nobody's asking questions. The thing is that you see the people that are giving some cups of rice, some tubers of yam, and some packs of noodles, maybe with 5,000 or 10,000, are they the ones going to ask the man who has given them the money to be accountable? It is said that he who pays the piper dictates the tone. Until the Nigerian people come to that consciousness of rejecting whatever is given to them by any politician and voting the right person in, you cannot hold somebody who has given you money accountable. It's like somebody going to thief now and brings the money and share it to some people. If everybody is calling that person thief, those who receive part of those process will not call that person thief. So we're in a dilemma in this country, politically speaking, and when it comes to elections, those who conduct, those who monitor, those who announce results, we all need to check them. These are the problem people in this country. They are not helping this nation to develop. And after making that mistake, it is now when they are retired, or when they are close to their death, or when they fall sick and they're bedridden, that is when they begin to say the truth and begin to seek apology from Nigerians.
All right, sir. So, since we look at the week in retrospect, still within this week, Sowore don't dig out an old voice recording. We expose how wicked in the threatening to murder some INEC officials if they not do in bidding to rig the election in favor. Make a quickly go play you that video again. Then you go tell us if truly why do you think that? Okay, I mean, when this happened, he had immunity because he was governor, and immediately he stopped to be governor, of course become minister. But why do you think that none of the authorities, especially as he no get immunity right now, never ever call up to question and query him over this leak? Prince Francis Chilaka, did you pay attention to that?
Yeah, I've listened to that a long time ago. I listened to it when it came out.
I'm sure you would.
Yes, I listened to
I'm sure
it.
you would.
And I keep saying that.
But it's shocking that every time you hear that,
When
it just
you have
shocks
a
you. You want to wonder
country with true laws, true justice system, you expect that things like this will happen. After all, it is still in this same country that the honorable member told an Uber driver how he was going to waste him, how he was going to make him disappear. So we're running a system of electoral system that that encourages violence, that encourages impunity. And that's why I've said that this 1999 constitution is the worst thing that anybody has given to this country. It's the worst thing. If that voice clip, when it came out then, if it was an ordinary person, the EFCC, the DSS, the Nigerian police, the NSDC, everybody will be after that person. So at the same time, assuming that Wike is not a member of the kitchen cabinet of Mr. President as a minister, they would have come for him. So that's the problem we're having. We're having a leadership that is selective in its appointment, a leadership that is selective in who gets punished, a leadership that is selective in who gives account to the Nigerian people. And these are the kind of things we need to end if we really want a country that will move forward. Say, Precious, these days I just laugh when your National Bureau of Statistics, when they open their foul mouth and read all kinds of information to you, and you see the media, the print media, the electronic media, the mainstream media particularly, they'll be turning it and trying to shove it down people's throats. You tell me that inflation is going down, yet petrol is still the same price, the bag of rice is still the same price. You see, let me see, Precious, this afternoon, I was just in one of those moods where I was reflecting. And I asked myself one very pertinent question. And my question is, why did we now as Nigerians, why did we reject Jonathan? Why did we chase Jonathan away?
Because he was a weakling.
No. Not only that,
the administration was corrupt.
I have seen more to
working. That's what people say.
I've seen more to that. I saw a situation where what my spirit told me, like the men of God will tell you, that the spirit ministered unto me. What I saw that played out with Jonathan was nothing but tribal sentiment and ethnicity at its highest. If you check those, who gathered to ensure that Jonathan was pushed out, you had the Oyedepo, you had the Gio Adeboye, you had Wole Soyinka, you had your current president. So it was more like the Southwest felt that they were not part of the kitchen cabinet of Jonathan's administration. They felt that they were losing. And that was why, they actually connived with the North to impose value on us. It's a disaster. So, because I'm asking myself, Jonathan was going to move petrol from 87 to 92 naira, and the whole country went off in flames. But here we are, the same petrol is now being sold for 850 naira to 900 naira, and everybody's keeping quiet. A bag of rice has stabilized at about 78,000 naira, depending on where you're buying from, and everybody's keeping quiet. The cost of transportation has become unaffordable. People trying to work these days, and Nigerians are keeping quiet. Does it not show you that because they believe that the Southwest are good at petition writing, they are good at organizing protests? Maybe that is why they're getting away with everything. I would assure you that if Peter Obi was declared president and the things that are happening in Nigeria are happening today, Bola Ahmed Tinubu would have been on the streets. And that's what I'm asking. What manner of opposition do we have today? Do we have oppositions who are ready to take the bull by the horn? Do we have oppositions who are ready to speak truth to power, to damn the consequences? Just like APC did in 2013, 2014, and run up to 2015 elections. Or do we just have opposition that, the membership of those opposition are beneficiaries of the corruption in Nigeria today? So there's a lot of questions begging for an answer. But our political class have continued to betray Nigerians.
So, sir, what is very shocking about this revelation or this whole conversation is because a lot of people, they feel they Governor Wike or the FCT minister, we are one of the most hardworking senators for inside Nigeria. Excuse me, sorry, and one of the most hardworking senators for inside, senator ministers for inside Nigeria. I'm trying to get a footage.
Yes.
Oh
So
dear.
you have like an average of
Okay,
15,000
please give me a
patient
second.
you see.
Okay, so that he's one of the most hardworking ministers that we have. In fact, they call him the star boy of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. But right under his nose, in maintain difficulty in working. As I speak to you, resident doctors, they on strike for the FCT. And part of waiting them complain for their strike. Now, because of say, then reel out some things where you be say suppose happen in a sane health working environment where the FCT minister, perhaps as the governor of FCT, unquote, never fit to make available. Right. And I remember when he spoke last over the week, this same week, he talked about say some people they tell us saying they prioritize roads to healthcare, that he's not placing his strike. But he tried to mock people or perhaps berate people who were questioning his priorities on projects, on road projects as against healthcare. And then reports came out then that, oh, they don't call off the strike, saying don't settle with health workers, saying don't agree to their demands. Only for the health workers to come back and say, no, it was all propaganda. He's not accepted their demands. Now, here is an interview with, I think, the chairman of resident doctors in Abuja Healthcare, Abuja, in FCT rather, wherein they talk about how terrible their working conditions are and the kind of jobs they get to do. Just take
Let me start with like the Nyanya hospital that you showed.
That was, yes.
So you have like an average of 15,000 patients you see a day or a month, sorry.
15,000.
Yes, and then you have only 20 doctors to see them. And then you have a bed space of just 39 bed space of 40 maximum. And you know that hospital has, that hospital caters mainly for pregnant women and children. So you really have like more cesarean sessions for those women who may not have what you call normal delivery, right? And you can have a doctor do up to 9 cesarean sections, even 11 in a day.
One doctor
that is correct.
can carry out 11
yes.
cesarean sections in one day.
Yes.
What's the ideal? What's the ideal?
I mean, you shouldn't know more than 2.
Oh my.
Yeah. So if a doctor is doing 11, 10, then how do you prevent unnecessary mortality? How do you prevent that? Or you go to some other hospitals where a doctor takes shift in a call in all the 4 major departments. So these things are not realistic. And so you see doctors collapsing at work. You see doctors dying, like the case we had in Port Harcourt. You see doctors on self-medication, on antidepressants.
Oh yeah.
You see doctors hypertensive and medication. So these are not just good for us. And not even, in fact, we're actually practicing quackery on our patient with this kind of condition.
No, I need you to stress that point.
I said, in fact,
what exactly does it mean? As in medical doctors who are well trained,
right,
well certified,
absolutely,
are practicing quackery.
That's correct. Because of lack of manpower. So that's quackery actually.
Hey.
When you're doing 11 cesarean section, that's quackery already. Maybe that's quackery already. Because you don't even have the time to recover.
Before you get to the next one.
Absolutely, yes. And there are other things as well, so that's not nice.
Now, this is the FCT, and NAWAOOO BC are Oga they in charge. I just thought to bring this to the fore, by the way. They could not flog us too much.
No, I'm not flogging it, but you see, the government we have today has failed to prioritize the needs of the Nigerian people. The government, I think they've just been deliberate about it. They know that if they fix the health sector, people will not be thinking of going abroad. Nobody will be thinking of, alternative medicine. But you don't fix it. You are busy building houses for judges. So that shows you what misplaced priority is. What we should focus our energy on in this country, we don't do that. We do not. So it's gotten to that point where the Nigerian life, the doctor, to anybody doesn't really matter. The Nigerian life doesn't matter. Because those you have given your sovereignty to, those who have grabbed and snatched your sovereignty, they don't care. And they're talking about one doctor to say 11 CS.
Yeah.
But are you also talking about the price of drugs? It's one thing to see a doctor. It's another thing to get a prescription. It's even something far much better to be able to have the finances to buy the drugs. Anytime we say that, if you want to understand what a lot of Nigerians are going through, take a drive, take a walk, or take a bus and go to Lasut, or you go to Luth. You will find out that if you go to the pharmacies in these hospitals, there are people who are seated waiting for what they call destiny helper, for somebody who can just look at them and buy all the drugs they want for them. That when you come out of their gates as if you're leaving, you'll find another set of people. Every one of them carrying prescription, pleading, asking, please, can you buy these drugs for me? So that is the sad reality that we're faced in this country. As of today, nothing seems to be working. The only thing that seems to be working are those agencies of government that are meant to bring revenue. Because almost all the agencies are now revenue generated.
All right, sir.
Those are the only things that are working.
All right, sir.
For those agencies, those ministries that should work to improve the lifestyle of the Nigerian people, to give the Nigerian people life, a meaningful life, they're not functional.
Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. Do you now see the reason why Sowore is calling for revolution? That is the only thing that will end all this corruption in Nigeria. It will end all these bad leaders when we say Nigerians don't get. My people, there is problem. How are we going to end this? You see, they go still get mouths. The infantry, they can't talk to Nigerians anyhow. Hey, these people are now behaving like Nigeria is their private property. Nigeria belongs to every one of us, not for some certain opportunists. No, this thing will end. So guys, now I go drop this matter. Drop your comment below the comment section. Share this video, make it go viral so that Nigerians going to understand how the matter they be. This is really very bad. Thank you. See you in my next video and bye for now.